we're going to talk very quickly about how we analyze text. Whether we're taking a test at school, the state test, or just a test in general, or you're having a discussion with your teacher, we need to know how we can analyze things. So the text we're going to be using today is Pasta Came to America. I'll be showing, posting pictures of it along with this video so you can go back and look at it as we go. But we're going to look at the questions that go to it, and we're going to discuss those. The first one says, how does the author organize Pasta Comes to America? You have choice option A, by comparing Italian food to other foods. B, by describing the food that Italian Americans enjoyed. C, by listing the order of events that led to Italian food's popularity. Or D, by explaining how Italian Americans were able to find the food they wanted. Okay, this text does come from a Wonders book. And the first thing you have to ask yourself, what is the author asking me? What does this person really want to know? So they asked us, how did the author of Pasta Came to America organize the story? So you have to go in and look at the ways in which the text was written. So one of the testing strategies that I taught you earlier was that you always use process for elimination. So we're going to use that first. So we're going to get rid of the ones we know it's not. I'm going to eliminate A first because it says by comparing Italian foods to other foods. And the next one I'm going to get rid of is by describing the food Italian Americans enjoy. So, because neither one of those had to do with the organization of the text. Okay, so that leaves me with C and D. C says by listing the order of events that led to Italian food's popularity. Or D, by explaining how Italian Americans were able to find the food they wanted. So when we talk about how a text is organized, the best answer for that is going to be choice option C. Let's go on to the next one. The next question that I want us to look at and discuss is, how does the author help the reader understand how Americans came to love pasta? You have choice option A, by comparing Italian food to American food. B, by giving the reasons why Italians eat pasta. C, by explaining how eating pasta helped Americans. Or D, by telling what happened once Italians moved to America. The title of this is Pasta Comes to America. Okay, so I can automatically eliminate some of my choice options. A, by comparing Italian food to American food. I automatically eliminate that choice. C, by explaining how eating pasta helped Americans. So that leaves me with B and D. B says by giving the reasons why Italians eat pasta. And D, by telling what happened once Italians moved to America. So the best answer between those two is going to be D, by telling what happened once Italians moved to America. Because it told us about the food they ate and what happened once they got there. So now we're going to look at the next question. This question has two parts, a part A and a part B. Part A says, how does the author explain the opening of pasta factories? Your choice options are A, the factories were the cause of the war breaking out. B, the factories were a contrast to the Italian factories. C, the factories were the reason Italian restaurants became popular. Or D, the factories were a key step in how Italians found the food they wanted. So the first two that I'm going to eliminate automatically are that A, the factories were the cause of the war breaking out, and C, factories were the reason that Italian restaurants became popular. So then I'm left with B and D. B says the factories were a contrast to the Italian factories. D says the factories were the key step in how Italians found the food they wanted. So we're talking about how pasta came to America, how it come to the United States. So we know the best choice option we have is going to be choice option D. Let's go on to part B. This question, it says, which sentence from the article best supports your answer to part A? So in order to answer a question that has part A and a part B, we have to remember what we said in part A. So by the time we get to part B, we have to make sure that these two align or they match. So we remember that we said the factories were the key step in how Italians found the food they wanted. So let's go ahead and start eliminating some of our choice options. Choice option A says they could make the pasta the Italians wanted. B, then it was discovered that pasta was healthy. C, Italian Americans started to open pasta restaurants. Or D, then they bought cheese and pasta that came from faraway Italy. Okay, so let's look at our choices. Remember we talked about the factories being a key step in how the Italians found the food that they wanted. So I'm going to automatically eliminate C, Italian Americans started to open pasta restaurants. I'm going to eliminate choice option B, which says it was discovered that pasta was healthy. So I'm left with A and I'm left with D. D says then they brought cheese and pasta that came from faraway Italy. And A says they could make the pasta that the Italians wanted. So the only choice that matches up or aligns with the answer I chose for part A, which was D, is going to be choice option A. They could make the pasta that the Italians wanted. that lines up with the fact has been a key step in how the Italians found the food they wanted. So these two match. That is my correct answer. So this is how we analyze text. When we do it, we make sure we look at our text, go back into there, take the details we have, and go from there.